My show's down as Clumsy T, so if you're expecting a rapper or Jamie T, sorry to disappoint you. There's no poetry either. I am an ex-mature student. Ex-mature student.
Rob, go to your left about 2 foot, mate.
What, out the window? Try that. So while I was at university recently, I discovered I've got dyspraxia. So it took a 3-hour exam just to put a name to being a clumsy twat. Actually, I'm really quite proud. It's the only exam I've passed with a distinction. The university, they were great. They offered me computer programs and study packages to support my learning, but I couldn't access any of it because now I'm a dyspraxic clumsy twat. Now, to try and explain it, because, some people don't really understand what dyspraxia is, and, it's not all about knocking things over, although in my case, it is. I'm very clumsy, and sometimes I just like breaking things. So what I need to do, this is a science lesson, and you probably never thought you'd get that in a skittle alley in Shaftesbury. Okay, so what you've got is... a second, please, mate, thanks. Okay, thank you. So this is a normal brain. Anyone from Yeovil? Alright, so for some of you it looks like it's far away, but this is a Yeovil brain. But it's neat, it's tidy, it's got all the right grooves, it's a bit spongy and a bit soft. That's, a neurotypical brain, or what we sort of know as a normal brain. Now, my brain is this. That's my brain. That's a dyspraxic brain. Okay? So, we've got here a musical triangle, a percussive instrument. I'm shouting now. Percussive instrument. It's got 3 sides, but we know, don't we? Music goes in a beat of 4 usually, doesn't it? So, why have a 3-sided musical instrument when it doesn't fit anything else? So that's that. That's music. That's coming up later on. This is the rest of it. This is little spongy. Oh, look at that! They're everywhere. These were reduced on the merchandise site of Donald Trump. And then little squeezy things like that, aren't they? Like that, because that's what he done. Yeah. It's a special one for little hands there. So there's that. That's a tin of tomatoes, isn't it? Hey, this is what's going on in my head. Food banks. So I'm thinking about food banks. Yeah, and milk tokens. That's it. Is that all right there? That's okay. Look, a notepad that I'll never look at. I'll write all this shit down. Now, there's a tube of some nipple cream there. Not sure why. And some antibiotics in case of any infection. That's in my head. Look. I've got 2 books that I'm reading, because I can't read one book. This one is 50, it's an ancient Greek one, it's 50 Hades of grey. It's my favourite book, and if I just read the log on the back, it's about a weird uncle who abducts his niece, and he does odd things. Like giving her pomegranate seeds. And I think he's from Yeovil too. He's got a pitchfork. No offence to pitchfork holders. And a 3-headed dog. That is Yeovil, isn't it? it ends miserably, by the way. Now, on another book that I'm studying, it's a psychology book, and it's the killjoy of flex. It's from the 60s, 70s. You know, it's a gourmet guide to dull lovemaking. And the Blur. It's a psychology book with case studies of boring electricians. Any electricians at all? No, only boring electricians. You're all right. Boring electricians who bore the arse off their partners, talking about rewiring Victorian mansions and light bulb trucks. It ends miserably. Now, I don't know if anyone remembers the Joy of Sex, which came after this, I think, really. There's a lot of merkins in there. Merkins? Anyone familiar with merkins? The big unshaven, yeah? Forest work down below. Anyone? Yeah. That's all right. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I tried to do pin the tail on the donkey and tried to get it going. But you know what happened? The donkey sanctuary complained. Yes, they did. No more pinning tails on donkeys. So I came up with this idea, and it's pin the merkin to the gherkin.
That's a niche one, but a fucking good one.
Unfortunately, the merkin's eaten all the gherkins. I'm really sorry, because that would have worked.
What's wrong with the merkin?
That would have worked. Now, I've tried other adaptations, and we've got pin the dog to the Rees-Moggs. But there were complaints that the Rees-Moggs were in decline. I've also there's Velcro the Huss to Liz Truss. That worked for a little while, but just a little bit slimy, and I didn't know what direction it was going in. That's the best I can do for political jokes. And the other one, of course, that was working for a little while was pin the ball sack on Rishi Sunak. And I think that one's in the lead at the moment. It's doing very well. Now, I have got also a pack of cards because I've been trying to do some card tricks, and I just need a volunteer. Pick a card. Thank you. No volunteer. Not a volunteer. Yep. Pick a card. Where are you going? Off to Wyra Mansion? So, pick a card. Any card. Hang on. Sorry, I've got it the wrong way round. Hang on, don't show me the card, alright? Don't show me the card. Pick a card, any card. Is it the Four of Diamonds? Jack of Diamonds? Alright. So, again, with the dyspraxia, all this shit has to go back in the bag. All this shit has to go. I don't think I can do it today, but eventually it looks like that, only bigger. Yeah, because I'm not from Yeovil to start with. But it's just to show you that there is a lot of mess, but I get there in the end. That's my dyspraxia. So, you know, I've got dementia to look forward to. I'm so scared. I've got a stroke. I've got a pulse. I've got dementia to look forward to. Soon I'll be forgetting the names and places and faces of people I love dearly. And on the downside, I'll be getting in touch with my inner child. I'll start enjoying the simple things in life, like like playing on the swings in the park and pissing in my brother's toy box. That was fun. And breast milk. I know, it's health and social care gone mad, isn't it? I mean, it's Michael Gove's idea. He wanted to be the campaign poster boy. And he was really enthusiastic until he got sacked. I thought, oh, look at that. So yeah, he was really enthusiastic, got sacked, but he still wanted to go with this campaign. And what he wanted in the poster and in the adverts was he wanted 3 healthcare assistants, all right, 3 healthcare assistants. He wanted them brought back early from maternity leave, yeah, on basic pay, healthcare assistants on basic pay. He wanted them brought back with the incentive of a food bank voucher. Yeah, a food bank, oh no, it's sad really. A food bank voucher, some milk tokens, that's where it comes in. Some milk tokens, some nipple cream for that cracked, dried nipples, and some antibiotics in case they got mastitis. This is really hard to sort of tell you. I think I need to show you. So, I need 3 volunteers, if you don't mind. I need 3 healthcare assistants, please. I'm waiting. I'm going to stay here until you come. All right, okay, let's have 3 healthcare assistants. Ooh, yes, a healthcare assistant. Come and join me. Come and join me.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I just stand there. That's it.
Is this going to embarrass me?
No, it's only going to embarrass me. Come on. I'm not there. 1 healthcare assistant. Would you like to be a healthcare assistant? Yes, thank you. I will do that in a minute. It's pushing it. Would you like to come join us? 3 healthcare assistants. So, there we are. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you. A big round of applause for our 3 healthcare assistants. They're wonderful. And they've been brought back early from maternity leave on basic pay with the incentive. So they've got Michael Gove, all right, his sweaty head. He's got a sweaty head and he's really big drummery lips, and he's really, the anticipation is there, and he's getting excited. He's got his 3 healthcare assistants all back from maternity leave, and, you know, with the incentives that they've got. So, let's get that. Let's find that. Excuse me, Michael Gove, everybody, if you'd like to just give us a round of applause for Michael Gove. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Gove! He's here! I'm a bit dry actually. That's the first time I said that. So we've got Michael Gove here, and he's got his healthcare assistants. So what he's doing is he's really excited. He's wet. He's wet. Yeah, he is. He's really wet. Not just. It's just everywhere. And so he's really excited. And what he's giving to these healthcare assistants on basic pay, because he's such a generous man, he's giving them food bank vouchers. Food bank vouchers. There we are. Food bank vouchers, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just forget that one. So we've got food bank for this wonderful healthcare assistant, ready, still lactating. And milk tokens, because, you know, let's face it, we're going to run dry if we're looking after the elderly with dementia, and we need to keep them, it's nutrition, isn't it? We need them nutrition, we need nourished. There we go. So we've got healthcare assistant with some milk vouchers. And I'm getting exhausted because I'm Michael Gove, and he gets exhausted. So what we have here, final healthcare assistant has some Camilla sand. It is for crack nipples, if nobody knows. It's lovely, very tender, and the crack nipples they're going to come if you're feeding elderly people. Some nipple cream. There's nipple cream for you, madam. And some antibiotics just in case the mastitis follows the trail, because it usually does. Now, like all good politicians, he's going to roll up his sleeves, because they do that in healthcare settings, don't they? Have you noticed? Roll up their sleeves. They tuck their tie in like good politicians tuck their ties in. But Michael Gove, what he does is he undoes his two top buttons and he pops it out his man boob and he thrusts his demented mother's face into his breast. You wouldn't expect that. But you know, it's the cycle of life. It is. So, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for wonderful, wonderful healthcare officials and all healthcare officials giving them the respect. So, I don't know whether to shout anymore or just to try and use that. So, back to my dementia. It's a long story, sorry. Back to my dementia. I will be soiling myself a lot. Yeah. It'll be seeping out of an overburdened incontinence pad, sliding down the inside leg of a pair of grey generic jogging bottoms. But I'll never get lost. Every time I wander off into the forest, I'll leave a long trail of shit all the way behind me, giving a whole new take on the Hansel and Gretel fairy tale. With sweet corn for the birds. Did you know, because it's in here, did you know that there is a special key for people with irritable bowel syndrome? And it opens public toilets all around the UK for that emergency shit. I've got one of these keys because I've got a very anxious bowel. Hates the dark, public speaking. And as I found out this afternoon, Weetabix. But seriously, we do need to feel safe when we're taking a shit. You just have to look at the expression on a dog's face when it's having a dump to know just how vulnerable we can be. That's enough of shit, I think, really. Probably more than enough. Last year I was driving all around Cornwall in the summer, and I was desperate for a piss one day, and trying to find the services in Cornwall was really difficult. The bladder was out here, but finally I got to a service station that had a Starbucks and it had a McDonald's. So I ran straight to the Starbucks, but they were only doing drive-through. Have you ever tried taking a piss in a drive-through? A grande Americano, please. Without the Americano? Just a cup?
Yeah.
That was no good, so I had to go across to McDonald's. I was in the gents' toilet and straight to the cubicle there. Finally I could let go. But once I got rid of this enormous bladder, my anxious bowel kicked in, didn't it? So it was a quick spin. And I'm plunging like it's an Olympic sport. This is like Tom Daley going for gold. And it's such an anxious bowel, it's so messy. Relief was brief, because there was no toilet paper. Not a shred. And all I could find in my jacket. Yeah, it's important, isn't it? All I could find was a Tesco's receipt. A Tesco's receipt! But hey, every little helps, right? It was lucky because later on I found a receipt from Kentucky Fried Chicken. And you know the tagline for Kentucky Fried Chicken? What's the tagline? Finger licking good! Finger licking good. So, this is a stealthy waddle across the corridor to the accessible loo. This is several steps for mankind. But one giant leap of faith for this man. Keep a look out. So I get to the excess balloon. It's got everything in it. It's clean. It's even got a sink at just the right height for me to clean this mess up. But there's a knock at the door. There always is, isn't there, when you've got your bum in a sink in a public place? There's a voice I don't recognise. Hi, everything okay in there? I've got a special key. And I look down at the floor and then across towards the door. And I was reminded once more of the tale of Hansel and Gretel. Only this time I was a long way from home. Now, is it the 6 of diamonds? Is it like that one? Only bigger? Oh, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that, that's magic, isn't it? Yeah, I can see you're all impressed there. Yeah, great. So, going to finish very soon, but you know, I'd like to actually another little card trick. Right. Now I'm going to go through. Where should we go? Where should we go? I'll give you these cards. Don't show them to anybody else. Keep them to yourself. Do not show anyone. Okay. So, somebody asked me, someone asked me what the difference between humour in London was as opposed to the West Country. It's tractors, isn't it? It is. It's tractors. In London, people found it really amusing, really hilarious that a certain disgraced MP for Honiton was found almost with his trousers down, but with a laptop in the chambers, looking at tractor porn. All those Massey Fergusons. So he was looking at tractor porn. I can see it's not gone down too well in the West Country. But over here, we're different, aren't we? I mean, we get excited about tractors, don't we? We get excited about tractors?
Yeah.
And we love the shiny paint and the weight-bearing axles of the Massey Ferguson. I see you do. Massey Ferguson. So that's the difference. But the solution is, you know, why didn't he take the Farmers Weekly in with him instead? There's a great centrefold in that. And I'm sorry to say, the last one was a JCB. It's a little bit boring, but that's all I can remember. And it's got Tractor's wife's page as well. I've got a solution that's not the Farmers Weekly. It's Top Trumps. Okay? If he was to take a game of Top Trumps Family Fun, he'd be able to look at all the porn he wanted to. I just test you. Sorry, I didn't ask your name, Dave. On here, I've got it's Ford Mom F, and its power HP is 22. What have you got?
Well, I can't see it.
Oh. You win. That's that joke out. So, thank you. Thank you very much for taking part and for ruining my joke. I'd just like to end, because, you know, we all need a fanfare of some sort at some time in our lives. My musical skills are really crap, they always have been. When I was in secondary school, I was so bad at the recorder that the teacher snatched it out of my hand and made me sit at the back of the class for the rest of the term. And she gave me, you know what she gave me? Triangle, yeah. She gave me the triangle. Someone with dyspraxia, where they're used Everyone's used to the beat of 4, and I've got to try and work out how to fit 3 and 4 in the same tune. So what I would really like to do is, if you're happy to do this, I've got some little recorders here. They haven't been used, they are yours to take away. I hope there's enough for everybody. What I'd like to do is conduct your fanfare. Is that okay? Yeah. So we can all go out for a fanfare and you can go and get a drink because you're probably really drunk. Take out any colour you like. There we are. Don't pick anybody. Are you warming up? Sorry, I didn't realise. Nice. Oh, what a beautiful tune they're all making, aren't they? Yes, it's great, isn't it? Thank you. I hope there's enough for everybody. This is beautiful, isn't it? Going to upset people hearing aids. So we're going to start really quietly and then we're going to go to crescendo. I hope I'm not upsetting anyone with hearing aids, or I might well be. It's not me, you're all doing it. So